So the Houston Texans take the dub week 1 against the Patriots. I really didn't think that was going to happen. Like seeing the Texans up 20-3 in the fourth quarter, that was kind of surprising. I still thought it was a pretty good game despite the score and all. It was pretty fun to watch. Glad football's back. I'm going to start off with talking about the Texans though. CJ Stroud, man, he was out there and he just did not have time to work at all. That line was not helping him out. Like, he probably should have had more than just one sack. Good on him for getting the ball out early enough to avoid more than just one. I'm really excited to see what CJ Stroud could do this year. That line just really needs to hold up for him. He did throw a bad interception to Jalen Mills, though. That one was on him. But it's alright. That's what the preseason is for. Iron that stuff out now, get it out of the way, and be good to go for the regular season. And then you got Davis Mills who came in for a few snaps. He was pretty solid. Of course, he's probably the best of the three. Got to do what he does. Wasn't really flashy or anything. None of these guys really flashed tonight, but they all were okay. I mean, Case Keenum threw a couple of bad passes. Like, he had a chance to get like a touchdown, but he ended up throwing it way too early. Oh, it was kind of sad. And then his other bad pass was just too like far behind the guy. I think we just need to give all the reps to Davis Mills and CJ Stroud. No more Case Keenum. Like, Case Keenum is good guy, he's good and all that, but I need to see more of Davis Mills and more of CJ, I think, for sure. The Texans' rushing attack was okay. It wasn't really crazy or nothing, but it was better than the Patriots, so that's all that mattered. Mike Boone averaged 6.3, not too bad. He was kind of doing some work out there, former Bronco. And then you got Jared Dokes behind him. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. But you got him behind him. He was pretty solid, 5 for 20. I like that they gave it to like all these guys. You gotta know who the like starter is, you know? Because all these guys could be a starter at this point. It's probably most likely going to be Devin Singletary, of course, though, you know. I'm excited to see how the run game changes in week 2. And then for the receivers, Tank Dell kind of had himself a pretty good game. 5 for 65 and a touchdown. Not bad at all. He had that crazy touchdown as well where he fell down and they kind of tried to push his legs out of bounds, but he like barely kept it in. He caught it, launched the ball up in the air and caught it again. It was a pretty nice touchdown. I didn't think it was at first, but good on him. I like that touchdown. Good job, Tank Dell. Best touchdown of the season so far. I want to see more out of all these other guys. Only 1 or 2 catches for each guy. Like, I know they could do more. Like, week 2, they gotta all show up or show out. Like, this preseason is gonna be cutthroat with all these guys on every team. But really, they did have a pretty good receiving core. Threw the ball to everybody, so mix it up, mix and match. You know what that is. Pretty good. I like what they did out there today. Oh yeah, Davis Mills also fumbled. That wasn't good, but I mean it happens. And that was the best of them. On the defensive side, they had themselves a game as well. Denzel Perryman was out there playing his heart out still, making plays. Kurt Hinish got himself a sack. And yeah, all in all, they really all just came together and held the Patriots to 3 points for most of the game. It was like 9 at the end when they're all tired and all that, and it really didn't matter. But yeah, 20-3 for most of the game. Heck yeah, defense, that's what you like to see. Also, with those sacks, they came at good times. One was on 3rd and 6, that was pretty good. And the other one was on first down, so it turned that first and short into a 2nd and long. A pretty solid time for some sacks. Next up, of course, we got the Patriots. They played a pretty decent game, you know, despite the score. Like, Bailey Zappi kind of went off. He was 10 for 12 in the first half. They were kind of playing it a bit safe. Like, he only has 79 yards, but it's alright. He kind of got sacked twice as well, so their line wasn't looking the greatest either. But that 90.2 passer rating, that's pretty solid. I think Bailey Zappi's a good backup. If Mac Jones doesn't work out, of course. And then he got Trace McSorley on the roster. I didn't even know Trace McSorley was on the freaking Patriots. That's pretty funny. He went 1 for 3 for 4 yards. I don't think he's going to be anything. They might waive him for some other guy maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's still good. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't really ever good or anything. He's kind of like a meme guy. But, you know how it is. But the real star of this quarterback room for me anyway is Malik Cunningham. This dude was really fun to watch. Bro went 3 for 4 with 19 yards, but that 19 yards is cool. He also was like, they called a lot of QB draw plays for him. He was like running his ass off out there. Ran in for a touchdown. I was just making people miss, dude. He was really fun to watch. And like when he went in there, that's the only reason why the offense was able to move for the Patriots, is because of Malik Cunningham. Straight up. He was that spark. Who knows if we'll see anything about him in the regular season, but that was fun to watch tonight. Hopefully we'll see more of him in the other preseason games. Heck. Shoot. Oh yeah, he actually ran the ball for 5 times. I didn't even think about scrolling down a little bit. Fun to watch. Fun to watch. Behind Malik, though, was Pierre Strong and Kevin Harris. Those two guys carried the ball quite a bit. But like I said earlier, the Patriots really didn't have a good run game at all. J.J. Taylor, 4 for 4, and then 8 for 10, 6 for 21. They just did not run at all. Hopefully they could fix that. Maybe sign Dalvin Cook. Maybe they need a better running back. Who knows? Or maybe it's a line. It might be the line. That line didn't really hold up for him tonight. But signing Dalvin Cook is not a bad idea. You can't tell me Dalvin Cook on the Patriots would not go hard if they used him right. Which I'm sure they would. Like, come on. But either way, the Patriots just got to make sure that run game is a big factor this year. They can't be looking like this in the regular season, you know. Mac Jones will need help for sure. And that defense. You can't just keep giving the ball back and forth. Or keep giving the ball to him, having your defense all tired, you know what I mean? Got to be able to run it down. With their receivers, nothing too special though. The only real talk of the town is when Trey Mixon missed that touchdown pass that Malik Cunningham threw perfectly to him. Like, Trey Nixon should have a 1 right here under touchdowns. He should have caught that. Bounced right out of his hands. Poor sap. Tyquan Thornton caught both of his catches, or passes thrown his way. Good for him. And Pierre Strong seems to be a decent pass catcher and runner. That's pretty good. Maybe he could become something more. They just need to fix all that all around. And then on that defense, of course, you got Jalen Mills with that interception off of C.J. Stroud. He was just like in the perfect spot for that ball. It was almost like he was the receiver. Read that play so well. Good on Jalen Mills. Christian Gonzalez got in there, made a couple tackles, and played his fair share of snaps. This guy, Diego Fago, this dude was making plays. It looks like he only has 2 tackles, but I swear, dude, this dude was everywhere. I kept hearing his name. I kept seeing him everywhere. He was making plays. These stats are not even telling how much like this dude is doing. Amir Speed is another guy that the stats don't tell what he was doing. That guy was putting in work tonight. Amir Speed. I almost forgot to mention Keon White, dude. This guy had a great game as well. There was one point where the Texans running back dropped the ball, and he went to grab it, and Keon White came running in there too fast. Like, as soon as the Texans guy picked it up, Keon freaking drilled the ball, and like the dude's ankles, forced a fumble. Patriots recover it. That was such a beautiful one. Granted, it probably wouldn't have happened if he didn't drop it, but it happened, and it was amazing. Great play by Keon White right there. I forgot to mention, one of these run plays was on a 4th down and 1, and that play was like they ran straight up the middle and completely got blown up. 0 yards on the play. Turnover on downs. Do not pass go. Do not pass collect 200. Horrible play call. Horrible execution. It was sad. Really good play by the Texans defense though. Read it perfectly. Last thing I wanted to talk about was freaking Devin and Jason McCourty. They're so freaking funny. Like, the interviewer asked him, what was like your welcome to the NFL moment? And Jason was all talking about how when Randy Moss would just beat him all hard in practice, catch bombs over him. What was funny about that was Jason was like, oh yeah, he's got bombs over me too if it makes you feel better. And freaking Devin was like, oh yeah, it does. That just had me cracking up. Those two guys are great. Crazy they're both retired already. They don't seem that old, honestly. But anyway, I thought that was a pretty good game. I'm glad football's back. I'm excited to see how these two teams progress throughout the season, see what they could do, see who all plays for them. I want to see Malik Cunningham throw more passes for sure, run more. Maybe Mac Jones will throw a pass or 2 in the preseason. Freaking Drew Lock threw a couple touchdowns for the Seahawks, so I mean, anybody could be throwing touchdowns for the preseason, or making them. So it's going to be wild, and so is the regular season. This whole football season and preseason, wild, insane, Stay tuned. I'm going to be covering it all, or as much as I can. So yeah, stay tuned for all that. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a great day or night or whatever time it is. Check out this website. It's a pretty cool site. All in all, football's back. Woo! Later.